Chapter 31. After Christmas vacation, everyone returned looking a little bit different. But the thing that mattered the most was that Esteban had come back too. Tiago came back wearing glasses, thin wire frames that he took off to show us how they caught the light and bounced rainbows around the room. They reminded me of my uncle's glasses. I watched Tiago place them gently back over his nose. Years from now, I thought there'll be people who never knew Tiago before glasses. Those are nice kicks, Ashton said, staring longingly at Holly's sneakers. Those are the ones I asked for Christmas, but I got these instead. Ashton made a face and held up his feet. His sneakers were white and cheap looking, but the kind they sold in discount stores. My mom started singing that "You Get What You Get" song when I complained. He put his feet down. You looked at Howells. It's not luck, Amari said. Holly is a rich girl. Everybody knows that. No, I'm not, Holly said. Don't start in on me, Amari. But Holly pulled her feet back like she was embarrassed by her sneakers. I'd gone with her and Kira the day she got them. Her mom took one look at the price and called on Jesus. Nobody in their house is religious, but for some reason that's what came to her lips when she saw the price. But I love them, Holly said, and they can be one of my Christmas presents. And plus, those are what everybody's wearing. I waited for Kira to say what she always said to Holly, if everybody jumped off a bridge, but she didn't. I'm going to get you those, she said, really soft. So Holly had to stop tying the sneakers and look up to hear her. But I want you to know that everybody is not wearing them. I want you to understand what that means. Holly nodded. A look came over her, as though words were finding a room in her brain. Geez, Ma, I know, she said. Sometimes I thought Kira didn't know Holly like I knew her. Some days I saw her looking at her daughter like she couldn't believe they were related. But it wasn't Holly's fault. She'd always known she would walk into a store and ask for expensive sneakers and get them, and Holly was really generous. Even when we were little, she made sure I had whatever she had, from candy to new comic books to time with Kira. She made her mom buy two of things and always had one waiting for me. I don't want to have this alone, she would say. That's not even a little bit fun. Wish I had such nice kicks, rich girl, Amari whispered, loud enough for everyone to hear. He was not going to drop it. Delete you, Amari, Holly blurted out. Why are you even in my ear? You two just love to argue, I said. My uncle says that sometimes two people come into the world having the same fight they left the world having. Holly looked at me. What does that even mean? I pointed to her and Amari. You two. Maybe in another life you guys were having this fight. My uncle says people just keep getting reincarnated into each other's lives until they figure it out. Tiago laughed. You guys have been fighting since the day of dinosaurs. I don't know. No offense, Amari, Holly said, but you better not be getting all up in my next life. I don't even like you in this one. What's that to like about Amari? Ashton said. There's not really anything not to like about him. Yeah, Tiago said. He's not really a bad guy. Not really. The boys laughed, even Esteban, who was sitting in the window seat watching the sleet come down. He draped his Yankees jacket over his shoulder like a cape. Amari smiled. I shouldn't have ever told you all about that name, he said. But Amari wasn't really laughing with his friends. He was studying Holly. It dawned on me then, clear and loud as a siren, that it mattered to Amari what Holly thought of him. Her words had stung. And just like our tilting earth, Amari was off balance, hurt by her words. I touched Holly's arm. Couldn't she see it, the way Amari's face had dropped? You don't really not like him, Holly. I tried to get her to look at me, to see me pleading with her. She shrugged. The room got eerily quiet. Before I could say anything else, Holly said, Nobody chooses where they were born or who they get born to. Maybe my parents are rich, but that doesn't mean I am. I mean, I am now, I guess, but Holly looked up at Amari. It's not my fault. I don't think Ms. Laverne wanted us to not like each other in this room, Tiago said. I think she wanted us to get closer, not move farther away from each other. Holly picked up her knitting needles. She knitted slowly now, like her mind was someplace else. Her feet were still tucked beneath her chair. If anybody in this room wanted those sneakers, I'd give them to you. My uncle says our lives are dashes from birth to death, and each day is a new dash, another day, another chance. I wanted to tell him that people are dashes too, each a tiny bit of a connection to the next. Holly glanced over to Mari, then down at his drawing and back up at him again. I don't like when you call me rich girl, Mar, she said. Amari shrugged. Then I won't anymore, that's all. You had to say. You didn't have to come at me all mean and whatnot. Dash to Dash, my uncle would say, Holly to Amari, me to Holly, Burrito to Tiago, Esteban to his father, Amari to Ashton, Ms. Laverne to all of us. My uncle said when people come together and they all care about the same things, it's called a harmonic convergence. He said all that energy together can shift the whole planet. The sleeting stopped. The sun came out. We good? Amari asked. And Holly said, Yeah, Amari, we're good.